Welcome to the 41st meeting of the Honolulu Liquor Commission. Please turn off your cell phones. When addressing the commission, please remember to state and spell your name clearly and to speak into the microphone. I believe we have minutes to approve.
Yes, Chair. Motion to approve the regular and executive session minutes of the 27th meeting dated February 6, 2025.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the regular and executive session minutes of the 27th meeting of 2/6/2025. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. The minutes are approved. Calling agenda item number 1, transfer application number 25-00798, Rainbow Heart WJ Inc. Hello.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I'm Min Young-woo on behalf of Rainbow Heart WJ Inc., doing business as Valley Market.
Okay, Ms. Arai.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Commissioners. This application has received 0 written protests, 0 letters in support. Applicant has met statutory requirements for the submission of this application.
Okay, is there anyone in the audience who would like to testify for or against this application? Seeing none, commissioners, any questions?
Motion to approve transfer application number 25-00798.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve transfer application number 25-00798. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. The application is approved. Thank you. Calling agenda item number 2, application number 25-00195, V Ala Moana LLC. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, members of the commission, Ms. Uriah, Robert Uyoka on behalf of Eve Alamana, present to my right, Mr. Hosukli, he is the member.
Ms. Arai.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Commissioners. This application has received 0 written protests, 0 letters in support. Applicant has met statutory requirements for the submission of this application. And for the record, a summary of the March 20th preliminary hearing testimony was provided to Chair Hong prior to the public hearing.
Okay, is there anyone in the audience who'd like to testify either for or against this application? Seeing none, commissioners, questions? I have a couple.
Yeah.
So you were running on temps and specials?
We're running on specials, yes.
Okay.
Most recently, you got granted us a catering, so thank you so much.
So you've not been open till 4 yet.
No, 2 o'clock.
So you're gonna, do you anticipate any issues around being open till 4?
No, I mean, the location is because it's under the underground and it's really quiet and it's completely enclosed. We don't anticipate problems opening till 4.
Okay. That was it.
Yeah, I have no questions. Motion to approve application number 25-00195.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-00195. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. The application is approved.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you. Thank you.
Is there anyone present who wishes to provide testimony on agenda items number 3 through 14, 17, and 18? You may do so now or wait until the agenda item is called. Seeing none, calling agenda item number 3, applications number 25-02136-1 to 25-02136-68, Harumi LLC. Hello.
Good afternoon, Chairman, Commissioner Greg Show, authorized agent appearing on behalf of the applicant. We received the investigator's report of no changes there. Which is my only comment would be if the commission is so inclined to grant the application, we will make sure that all of the items noted in the report are complied with prior to the issuance of the license.
Commissioners, questions? So,
None.
is there any issue around you have a new and a temp, but you're using specials?
I think what we're trying to do at this point, if so inclined, if we don't think that there'll be enough time to get they're gonna run out of time on the temp if they do go for a temp. All I know is that right now we do have the I think the license pending, application pending.
Okay, so you're gonna go with specials and then come to the temp to cover the gap, and then we can refund you.
I believe that's what we decided, Mr. Shisaro and I, in talking to the applicant.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
Motion to approve application numbers 25-02136-1 to 25-02136-68 inclusively.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve applications number 25-02136-1, 25-02136-68 inclusive. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. The applications are approved. And calling out of order, agenda item number 7, request number 25-02222, Harumi LLC.
Again, good afternoon, Chairman of this Commission, Craig Show for authorization of paying up by after the applicant. I thank the commission for taking this matter out of order. Standard requests. No further comments.
This is for. But the fee
Yeah.
reduction is only if you could do the temps.
Yes.
Correct.
The specials.
There's this, the reason it's doing that, if I recall right, is at this point, we need to get further. We have to discuss further things with the client. Therefore, we're doing the specials first as indicated at the last agenda matter, previous agenda matter. So therefore, we're going with the specials first and the temp. So if it kicks in, that's why we're asking for this. On the specials.
But the program is, let me look at
Temps and
your,
specials, right?
yeah, is only if the 2 temps expire and you know, that's a long time, then we would kind of grant some forbearance on the specials, so. We can now take it up, but that was kind of the.
Understood.
All right, let me look at it more closely now. Commissioners, questions? Transfer. You haven't gotten through your second. Okay, so I would say that it's not in order to make this request at this time.
If it's, maybe we could do is hold this in abeyance until further moved upon, at which point then we'd ask the commission to put it back on the calendar if that is.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean,
We can do
if after
Yeah.
2
After 2
temps, then
temps,
yeah.
you can.
Maybe,
come back.
I understand what you're saying, that it's premature. So basically, in order to, keep things in an orderly, keep it in orderly fashion, we hold this matter in we put this matter in abeyance until further moved upon
Yeah,
by
that's
the
fine.
applicant.
That's
And
fine.
at that time, the
Once we
commission
get
can
to
take it up, if necessary.
Yeah, so.
I think that may be a common sense approach to the matter.
Just to be clear, in abeyance means you want to withdraw this request?
Well, I think if it's possible, if you can take it off the calendar today until moved upon. We can ask the commission to put it back on the calendar. Is that possible?
What we can do is move it to the, there's no meeting on the 19th of June, June 26th. Or more, do you need more time?
That'd be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's
you
not-
just
second.
continue the matter to
If
June
you're asking
26th.
for fee reduction on the special, that's what we have on the agenda, so.
Ah.
I think it may be more proper to withdraw it and
Yeah.
then come back after the 2 temps.
Agree. You'll be into the specials after the 11th.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll withdraw it.
Okay.
Okay. Any action?
Yeah, if you take action on withdrawal, please.
Thank you.
Okay.
Motion to approve the withdrawal of request number 25-02222.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded to withdraw request number 25-02222. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. The request is withdrawn.
Good, thank you. Thank you very much.
Got it. Calling agenda item number 4, transfer application number 24-04334 EY Corporation. Oh,
Good afternoon, Commissioners. I'm Min Young-woo on behalf of EY Corporation. There is no changes to the investigative report.
okay. Commissioners, any questions?
no,
Okay.
Okay, you have any?
Hold on, let me go back to this one.
Motion to approve transfer application number 24-04334.
second,
It's been moved and seconded to approve transfer application number 24-04334. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. The application is approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 5, application number 24-04102, Waimanu Liquor LLC.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, Commissioners, Ms. Hirai, Ross Uehara Tilton for the applicant, and seated to my right is Richard Lilly, who is the general manager of the applicant. We're finally here on the permanent application. The applicants exercised a number of specials without incident. I believe 2 meetings ago, the commission approved another 90 operating days. So we've got some time here, but we're thankful that the investigative report is in. We have no further changes and are happy to answer any questions.
Questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Motion to approve application number 24-04102.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve application number 24-04102. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. The application is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Calling agenda item number 6, application number 25-02277 Portier LLC. Did I say that right?
Good afternoon, Chair Hong and members of the commission. Neil Gota, appearing on behalf of Cordier LLC, doing business as Miro Kamaki. We have no changes to the investigative report. For the record, applicant is currently catering, which was approved to end of May to the CO cocktail bar premises. We're applying for additional catering days to give CO cocktail bar additional time to address questions by the investigator on its permanent liquor license application.
Well, how much more time?
We hope to resolve the issues in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
But you requested a lot just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
Yes, that's fine.
Motion to approve application number 25-02277.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve application number 25-02277. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. The application is approved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Calling agenda item number 8, request number 25-02319. Christina O'Hara on behalf of Ocho's 808. Okay, 888.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Christina O'Hara on behalf of the applicant, and to my right is Samuel Fonseca. His last name is spelled Fonseca. He is the owner and manager of the restaurant.
No. Okay.
Motion to approve request number 25-02319.
Been moved and seconded to approve request number 25-02319. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The request is approved. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I have a motion for agenda item number 9.
Yes, Chair. Motion for adoption of the amendment of decisions and orders for agenda number 9.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the adoption of amended decisions and order agenda item number 9. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, the motion is approved. There.
Yes, Chair, one more. Motion to approve the adoption of decisions and orders for agenda items number 10 through 14.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the adoption of decision and orders, the agenda items number 10 through 14. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, the chair also votes aye. The agenda items are approved. Okay, adjudications. Do we need to take a break? Or just
Nope.
drive on this? Okay, good. Calling agenda item number 15. Hold on just a second.
You'll call both of them.
I think we have to.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. Huang J Corporation LCV 24-0062. Please have a seat. Make your.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and fellow commissioners. Nicholas Lee, Deputy Corporation Counsel on behalf of the city of Honolulu.
Okay. on just a second here. Okay, and can you identify yourself for the record?
Wangjae Lee,
You spell it, please.
HWANJAELEE.
Okay. And how do you wish to plead?
어떻게 요청하는 말을 하냐? 어떻게 요청하냐?
요청하래요.
오늘 없는데 오늘 왔잖아. 빨리 언제나 하거든요. Could you explain once more?
Okay, you can accept the charges,
Yeah.
you can deny the charges, which is kind of why we're here. Or you can plead no contest.
부정하는지, 그러니까 인정을 하는지 부정했을 아니다. 저기 하지. 저기 한 거를
Deny.
예, 인정을 하는지 부정을
부정.
deny.
Okay. All right, so let's see. Mr. Lee, how many witnesses will you be calling?
목격자,
Mr. Chairman, just one witness.
목격자 한 명이다.
And hold on just a second here. Huang Jay?
Mr. Lee.
Lee, oh, another Mr. Lee, sorry. Okay, that'll make it easy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mess this up. Mr. Lee, how many witnesses will you be calling?
그치, 목격자,
None.
난
So are the parties requesting the exclusionary rule be in effect?
City does.
You do,
Oh, we'll defer to the commission.
okay.
I mean, he's here and outside.
Oh, okay,
Yes, the Mr. Nishigata is outside.
okay, okay, all right,
목격자.
good. All right. And you're okay with not having the exclusionary rule in effect because you only have yourself?
I have a POS transaction,
Okay, but no people.
no people.
No.
Okay. All right. So the city is gonna make an opening statement. Mr. B.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Chair and Commissioners, we're alleging that Huangjie Corporation, which is owned by Mr. Lee, violated, section number 3-82-31.4 subsection C of the Rules of the Liquor Commission on two separate occasions on July 12, 2024. And on September 7th, 2024, this is just really a straightforward case. Bottom line is Huangjie Corporation's license to sell liquor expired on June 30th, 2024. They haven't renewed it since. They still don't have a valid license as of today. We checked that, and that will come out at the hearing. He's been selling alcohol, he was observed doing so on two separate occasions by Mr. Nishigata's team. Mr. Nishigata is gonna testify to that, and we're just gonna ask that the commission hold him accountable.
미스터니 시가다가 목격자
Thank you.
했는데
Thank you.
여기
Miss-
두 가지 사건이 됐어. 면허증이 6월 30일 했잖아요. 아직도 없으니까 그게 혐의를 쓰셨다. 그래서 이거
Okay, Mr. Lee, you can make an opening statement.
자기가 이야기하고 싶은
Do I have to stand up?
Yeah, please.
이라서
I got fraud on May 28th. And the transaction never comes to my bank account until July 2nd. So I don't have any option for renew the license. And I was keep arguing with the investigator. And if I was asking the question, their answer was asking commissioner. And I was saying, if you don't know the law, then how can I asking and what are you for investigating? Probably they pissed to me what I spoke. And I was questioning for, I'm planning on making the restaurant, not the liquor store. So the restaurant can do BYOB. And what if I do the liquor store? And right next to my liquor store, if they can drinking for BYOB at the restaurant? Is that possible? And answer was asking commissioner. And several times I got violation for, I just got couple violation and I don't agree with, I did the wrong, I just follow the law. And I try to not to selling the liquor. July, when I asking for liquor commission, what should I do this liquor after all licenses didn't renew it? And they're saying dump it. And I says, okay, it's about $90,000 worth of the liquor. So they're saying dump it. And I back to the store and they call me back, do not dumping yet. They will open the hearing for, they decide to what to do this liquor. But now, since last year until now, I didn't get any document for like any mail for my hearing or any other option for the whatever I leftover drink. But police already took the drink couple months later on like last year September. So I'm not too sure what's the option for if I have employee and employee made a mistake to sold the liquor. Is that supposed to be just took the all my liquor to the out of the deposition? Or I don't have no idea, or I cannot look that up any the law book, liquor law book. I couldn't find anything information. So and I tried to not to selling. So they're saying dump it. So I'm trying to make a restaurant and I try to remove the other liquor, then I have the space. So I pretty much give away the people and people try to buying other things or tipping it. And then also they're coming in and
Council?
So everyone knows this is opening, so none of this is evidence, none of this is on the record. So if you wanted to summarize your case real quick, you can put all of this on the record under vote. So I think that's the most important part for the record. Chairs, are you understanding what?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah. So just to summarize where you're at, then we're gonna go into the detail.
He hasn't been sworn again.
Okay. So do you have any final summary statements that you might want to make?
that's the only thing I can do. Option for whatever I did. I just try what I can do.
Okay. So maybe just so that maybe just so that we kind of know what's going to go on. So the city makes an opening statement, then you make an opening statement. Then the city will call their witnesses, then you can ask question of the witnesses. Then the city will have a chance to rebut what happens, and then the city will be done. Then you can call your witness. Then the city will cross-examine your witness. Then you can rebut what happens, and then you'll be done. So that's where all of your detail under oath happens. Then the city will make a closing argument. Then you can make a closing argument, and then the city does the rebuttal.
ACA에 자기를 나중에 맞은 것 같아요. 농경자하고 나서 결론적으로.
Okay, all right, so now we're gonna start the process with the city's witnesses. Mr. Lee.
Mr. Chairman, we would like to call supervising investigator Glenn Nishigata to testify.
Sorry. Also, housekeeping matter.
Yes,
They are you gonna enter evidence of any of the reports?
Yes.
So why don't we don't again you will comply, but you can submit it to the commission and they can accept it. That'll be part of the record. Before you question your first.
So, with that being said, I'd like to submit the two investigatory reports for these violations. First one stated, July 12, 2024. Second one is dated September 7, 2024. Signed at the bottom by our witness, Mr. Nishigata.
do we have to say like we accept this as evidence?
Yes, typically a statement like that is made.
Okay. Good. So we're accepting the two items into evidence for the record.
Yeah, you can just go ahead and approach.
Request the approach.
Yeah.
One and two.
This license, oh, okay, thank you.
May it please the commission, we're ready to proceed with our witness, supervisory investigator, liquor control investigator, Mr. Glenn Nishigata.
Okay, Mr. Nishigata.
I'm gonna go ahead and swear you in. Do you swear that the testimony given today's hearing will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
I'm ready to proceed, Mr.
Okay.
Okay, good afternoon, Mr. Nishigata. Can you tell the commission, your first and last name?
First name is Glenn, last name is Nishigata, Nishigata.
Mr. Nishigata, where are you currently employed?
Yes.
Where are you?
Oh, where? Honolulu Liquor Commission.
How long have you worked for the Honolulu Liquor Commission?
As of May 2nd, 9 years.
Okay, and then the Honolulu Liquor Commission is located on the island of Oahu, correct?
Correct.
And what's your job title with the Honolulu Liquor Commission?
I'm the supervising investigator on the enforcement section.
Okay, and how long have you held this position?
Approximately 3 years.
Now, in the month of July of 2024, you were a supervising investigator with the Honolulu Liquor Commission, correct?
Correct. Oh, it's a temporary assignment.
Okay, and during that month, July 2024, you and your team investigated an entity called Long J Corporation, correct?
Yes,
And you and your team did an investigative report as a result of said investigation, correct?
yes,
Mr. Nishigata, I'm showing you what's been marked as city's exhibit 1 for identification purposes. Do you recognize this document?
yes.
How do you recognize the document?
I signed off on it. It's investigator Troy Casey's primary report.
And then you also wrote a report contained in exhibit 1, correct?
Correct. I wrote a supplemental report.
Okay. So you recognize it because your signature is at the bottom of the report. Is this a true and accurate copy of the report you filed for the investigation you and your team did on July 12th, 2024 for case number 24-0062?
Correct.
And is this document kept in the ordinary course of business at the Honolulu Liquor Commission?
Yes,
Okay, this document has already been received by the commission into evidence. As part of your investigation, for the citation you guys issued on July 12th, 2024, did you run a license check prior for Huang J Corporation?
I walked over to the administration section, the front counter, And I noticed some of the license still sitting behind the counter. And I was informed that they were either being processed through. There still had documents to process through or hasn't been removed. As of that day.
Okay, so, but you were able to verify as of July 12th, 2024, that Huang J Corporation did not have a valid license
Correct.
to sell liquor in the city and county of Honolulu, state of Hawaii, right?
Yes,
Okay, and you recall, or you can look at your report, when did Huang J Corporation's license to sell liquor expire?
June 30th of 2024.
So Mr. Nishigata, that's approximately 12 days after it expired 12 days, you issued the citation 12 days after the expiration of Huang J's liquor license, right?
Correct.
Okay, so what did you cite Huang J Corporation for?
I believe it was administrative tag or citation for term of license, which is 382-31.4 subsection C.
And of the rules of the liquor commission?
Correct.
Okay. And why were they given that citation?
Because during that day or that night, we were walking past the store and we looked through the picture window and noticed one of his cashiers selling alcohol.
So you and your team witnessed the selling of alcohol with an expired or not valid license?
Correct.
Okay, when you guys issued the citation to Huang J Corporation, do you recall who was the person that received the citation?
Mr. Lee.
Okay, so that person is in the room this afternoon, right?
Correct.
Can you please point to the individual and describe the article of clothing that he or she is wearing?
Mr. Lee, blue collared with a white trim shirt, blue jeans and shoes.
And at this time, we are asking that the commission reflect identification of Mr. Lee by Mr. Nishigata. Okay, thank you. And who is Huang J Lee, the person you just identified?
The owner of Huang J Corporation.
And in your business records that you have, he's also, or on the application for the liquor license, he was listed as president, vice president, secretary, treasurer for Huang J Corporation, correct?
Correct.
Now, you did a subsequent investigation a few months later, is that right, Mr. Nishigata?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you what's been marked as city's exhibit number 2 for identification purposes. Can you look at that? All right, you recognize this document?
Yes.
How do you recognize it?
I signed off on the report.
Okay, so your signature is at the bottom of city's exhibit number 2, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and city's exhibit 2 is you and your team's investigatory report for the second violation that took place on September 7th, 2024 for case number 24-0081, right?
Correct.
Okay. And your signature is at the bottom of the report, correct?
Yes.
And it's a true and accurate copy of the report that you filed for that case, right?
Yes.
Okay, and this exhibit 2 is a document kept in the ordinary course of business at the Honolulu Liquor Commission, right?
Yes.
Okay. As part of your investigation of the Huang J Corporation on September 7th, 2024, did you and or your team at the Liquor Commission Investigative Division issue any citation to Huang J Corporation?
LCI Dylan Brunel issued a citation for the term of license, which is 3-82-31.4C.
Okay, and Mr. Nishigata, that's the same rule that was violated previously in July, on July 12th, 2024, correct?
Correct.
Okay, why were they given the citation on September 7th, 2024?
So LCI Brunel had a notice of hearing to serve. We physically went down to serve the notice of hearing. LCI Brunel was standing in line and witnessed the cashier selling, Mr. Lee selling alcohol to a person.
직접 갔습니다.
We later took pictures and got the receipt of
사진도
that,
찍어
which is in the report.
여기 제출했습니다.
So, you observed Mr. Lee operating as the cashier at the premises. And he was selling, alcohol to a customer and his license was still expired, is that right?
Correct.
Alright, you guys issued a citation to Hongjae Corporation for that violation, is that correct?
Yes.
And who did you, give the citation to?
Elsa Brunel gave it to Mr. Lee.
미스터 리안.
Okay, so the same person, the defendant is sitting to my right.
Correct.
예, 여기
Do you recall when you look at your report, can you establish what is the address of, Hongjae Corporation?
주소가 어디입니까?
Address is 1726 Kapiolani Boulevard, Suite 103,
106 카펠라.
Honolulu, Hawaii, 96814.
Okay, and what kind of location is that?
It's a little retail store.
Okay, and that's the premises where you observe both violations take place, on July 2024 and September 2024, is that correct?
Correct.
7월달하고 9월달에 이 장소에서 일어났습니다.
Now, before you came to this afternoon's liquor commission meeting, did you run was a license check of the liquor license for Hongjae Corporation?
여기 오기 전에
Yes.
또 라이선스.
Okay, to your knowledge, did Hongjae Corporation renew its liquor license at any point after July 2024?
No.
7월 10일.
Did Hongjae Corporation have a valid liquor license at any point as of July 2024?
No.
No.
Does Hongjae Corporation currently have a valid liquor license?
면허증
No.
있으니
So the last time, is it fair to say the last time Hongjae Corporation had a valid liquor license was June 30th, 2024?
Correct.
이것은
Okay, did Mr. Nishigata, did everything you testified to today take place in the city and county of Honolulu, state of Hawaii?
Yes.
And the Hongjae Corporation, the premises is in the city and county of Honolulu,
예,
state of
9월
Hawaii.
10일.
Yes.
예,
Alright, thank you, we rest for now.
끝났습니다.
So Mr. Lee,
미스터 리가 하고 싶은 말.
Yeah. Please.
Yeah.
Examination, I'd like to put on the record that the evidence are reported be applied to both agenda items number 15 and
okay, I did not call both.
yeah, because both the evidence will apply to both.
Okay, do I need to do any
But you-
repair?
Council brought up, put in evidence for both charges.
Got it.
이걸 돌려서 하나 다 점검물이 있잖아.
So for the record, we're
점검물 제출했어.
making the evidence available for agenda item number 15 and 16. Okay, thank you.
점검물 제출.
Ross, and then when do we ask questions?
After their.
Okay, all right, Mr. Lee, would you like to ask questions of the witness?
혹시
Okay.
미스
That's okay.
예예 물어보고 있습니다.
Because when I read this paper, it was saying I saw the viable.
Not you. Your cashier,
캐시어가 처음엔 캐시어
Who is the cashier?
an unknown male that worked for you. He was standing behind the cash register.
남자.
So he saw the viable
Correct,
customer.
correct,
That's what you saw.
correct.
But my transaction doesn't have the viable sale.
Okay, and then after that, I asked you if you sold liquor throughout the day,
음,
and you stated you did a few.
Yeah.
And I asked you to pull up your
Mm.
POS.
So water,
예.
can we stick to one date at a time?
예.
Because you're
사도에
confusing two dates
Yeah,
between the
This is
July.
happening on
and the
July
September.
12th.
줄라이 12에 일어나면 먼저 하고
This is July 12th.
예, 줄라이 12에 일어나니
So only the fireball sale.
예.
So he stated that he sold a few alcohol. I asked him to pull up a receipt throughout the day,
영수증 보세요.
and he put up a 6-pack of Heineken, which was sold throughout from his store,
No,
that
he
was-
asked me
which is
for
in the
the,
report.
any receipt for the alcohol sale. So I go back to the POS and whatever I adding on to when I scan on the POS,
음.
I just pressed the cash transaction and then made the receipt and then I get handed to.
Yeah, but there was no six-pack of Heineken on the counter. This is back at,
Yeah, that was.
the time was, I believe it was.
Sorry, can I get you sit off? No, okay, yes.
Mm.
Go ahead.
The time was 10:06 PM on
Mm.
July 12th.
해놓으시죠.
So that was earlier in the night before we approached. But he still had a record of the sale.
Yes.
기록이 밤에 10시 6분.
Yeah, because if I need to open the POS, I had to be press the transaction to POS, the register open, so. I made the probably cash transaction and opened the cash drawer.
But this is a different time. This is way after.
시간이 다.
The time you open, the receipt shows 10:06.
해놓으시죠.
We cited you at 22:32, which is 10:32.
So
So it's almost 30 minutes after.
Yeah, so.
So
I
how
just-
can you open the
I-
register? And have a different time than after we,
Yeah, so I have to open the cash register, which means if I scan the item to the adding onto the POS or anything on POS, I have to be scan it, or you have to be deleted, or if you wanna open the cash register, you have to be making the cash transaction.
Hold on, Mr. Lee.
We let
This is-
we wanna object at this point. We let this go on for like a significant portion of time.
Mhm.
We're objecting as to form. He's testifying. This is
Right.
completely outside the scope of my direct.
Okay,
자기가 물어본 거 하고 다.
We're asking the objection to be
and
sustained.
this objection is the
Right.
same. So your questions
Yeah.
need to be directed at the direct testimony.
지금 직접 물어보는
of the
데서
witness.
해야지 다른 거 하지 마.
뭘 물어봤어요?
그 사람이 그날 이게 10월 10일 뭐 10시 30분 자기가 말한 거 30분 뒤에 일어나는데 어떻게 했냐 하면 거기에 대해서 이야기해야 되는데 그 사람 묻는 거를 그대로 답을 해야지 다른 거는 주위에 거나 하면 안 된다. 조금이라도 벗어나면 안 돼.
10시 33분은
아까 시간 차이가 30분 정도 있다고 그랬거든.
뭐가 시간 차이겠다.
파란 게 식스팩 맥주 파란 게 있잖아요. 여기 시간 차이가 있대.
그래서
자기들이 있는 거 영수증 같은 거.
he asked me for the receipt. So
So were there statements that he made when he was testifying
Yeah.
that you would like to ask direct questions
이게
on what he said?
물어봐야 돼. 그 사람한테 그때 시간을 다시 말해주세요 하든지 다시 한번 말해주든지 자기가 확인을 해야 되거든. 자기 한 걸 설명하지 마. 저기 생거 됐어. 확인을 하는 그게 이제 자꾸 싸우는 거니까.
Now, the other statements you may want to make as a witness here on yourself, then you can bring up all of this other information. That's the
나중에
time.
자기가 증인되면 그에 대해서 가져와서 이야기하지만 이분이 한 것에 대해서 뭐 반박이나 만박 있으면 그에 대해서 질문을 직접 해야지. 다른 거 주위에 있는 거는 하면 안 돼. 예.
지금 10시 33분은
그 다시 물어볼 수 있어 자기가 확실하지 않아. 시간 차이가 있다 그랬거든. 한 30분 정도.
30분 정도.
예,
무슨
30분
시간이
정도.
있는 거예요?
원래 자기들 갖고 있는 기록하고 뭐 차이가 30분 약간 한다 그랬거든.
So
Yeah.
what is the 30 minute the time period? difference?
10:06하고 뭐 10:30에서 그 중에 한 30분.
So you're asking him, he had made some statements relevant to
Mr.
asking for
Nishigata.
additional
미스터 니시가다.
sales transactions.
Yes.
Is that what your question is? So you
Oh.
can direct it to the witness.
미스터 니시가다한테
그럼.
물어보야 돼.
Mr. Nijikara, did you ask me to print any liquor transaction receipt?
yes,
좋습니까?
And I providing for whatever your request.
so I asked you earlier
Mm.
if you sold alcohol through the day.
Yes.
And your statement said, you
Yes.
said you sold a few.
Yeah,
Yeah, I sold a few because they wants to buy
So
the
you're admitting
liquor,
you
so
sold
I just
alcohol
give away.
with all the liquor.
Hold on.
Question.
Okay, sorry.
Answer that the question.
Okay,
And I give away, and people who wants to buy the liquor, I keep saying I cannot sell the liquor. And they want to
So
buy it.
you were just asking him questions.
So-
Not
미스터 니시가다한테 물어봐요. 직접.
Did you saw I give the transaction for the money to the people?
Not you,
캐시어,
Not me, then who?
your cashier, your male cashier.
남자 캐시어.
I don't have employee for the cashier.
Well, somebody was behind the register. A
Then
male was
probably-
behind the register selling alcohol.
어떤 사람이 팔았다 그러죠.
That's probably one of the homeless guy. I just tell him to take,
그건 질문이
take to store, so.
So you don't need to explain it. It's
그러지
just,
말고 질문해.
he was answering your question.
예, 잘 질문해봐야지.
So you saw him to handle the drink to the other people. Is that my responsibility?
Now you're asking a question.
그러니까
Okay,
물어봤어.
Go ahead.
We object, this is calling for the legal conclusion.
지금 이게 법적인 데서 이거 말하는 거 지금 하지 말죠. 자기가 이제 전문가가 있으니까
So please direct the questions, so direct questions
묻고 있으면
of
직접
what he testified to.
여기 하지 마. 미스터 미시가드한테
How you 어떻게 그 직원이 내 직원이라고 생각을 하냐?
Yeah, how do you think that the one who was selling was my employee?
Because he was behind the cash register.
캐시레지 뒤에서 팔았기 때문에 그렇게 생각하지.
If somebody behind the cash register has to be my employee,
Well, if it's selling alcohol,
알코올
scanning it, giving it, taking money,
돈을 받고
so you
알코올
saw that he scanned the fireball and then give it to the someone else to sell it.
to the
Yeah.
cashier sold alcohol to someone.
So you
Alcohol.
saw that he scanned the item and then fireball, which is he scanned it and then sold it,
Correct.
예, 맞아요.
but I don't have the. Okay. I don't have any transaction for fireball.
And now you're kind of diverting from
you-
his,
Yeah.
Really saw the fireball.
This is argument.
yeah.
예, 그 지금은
However, I mean, that was really fireball. Handed to the customer.
Yes.
맞죠.
You'd like to rest?
오케이, 예.
Okay.
끝났어 지금 일단. Yes, rest.
Now we can ask questions of the witness.
또
commissioners.
물어본대. 미스터 미시가드.
So, Mr. Nishigata,
Yes.
Mr. Lee stated he sold alcohol earlier, is that correct?
Correct.
According to your report.
Correct.
Then you asked him to print out a receipt for the sale of alcohol.
Correct.
That receipt is in exhibit.
영수증
It should be in
갔으니까
report for July 12th.
Okay.
집에
It's a six pack of Heineken.
하이네켄
Exhibit C.
So
number 6.
your, Mr. Lee's liquor license was already expired
Correct.
준비가 됐습니다.
and I see a statement where he said he was not going to renew his license.
That's what he told me.
대신 안 한다.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Nishigata, in the store when you entered it, was there alcohol displayed for sale in the store?
Yes.
거기 있었습니까?
Okay, thank you.
I have no question.
그 물건이
Just question for Mr. Lee.
You have to wait.
Yes,
He's not a
He's
witness.
not a witness.
Okay.
얘기하게.
Did the city want to make a rebuttal?
No, Mr. Chairman, city reps.
Okay. So Mr. Lee, you can call your witness of what you said.
증인이 있으면 그러고
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can we thank and
Oh,
excuse?
yes.
Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Nishigata?
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
you.
Nishigata.
시간이 끝났어.
So do you have any documents that he wants
Ah,
to
혹시
submit?
지금 이거 문서 있으면
Did
문서
Mr.
있으면 제출할 수도 있는데 문서 없지요. 뭐
Mr. Lee, did you want to enter documents in as please?
자기가 했는데 그게 팔한 적이 없다든지 증거가 있으면 좀 찾아봐요. 쉬고 싶어요?
Sure, we'll
Yes,
take a quick
recess.
recess.
Yes.
Thank you. Recess. All right. So, Mr. Lee, did you have any documents you wanted to enter into evidence?
문서 제출할 게 있으면은 문서 있으면 제출해도 괜찮아요. He brought only pictures.
Only picture for the store at the time period.
Okay. You can submit them into evidence and.
자기가 갖다 줘. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Can I just make an objection for the
Yes.
record that we produced our documents to him date stamped C1 through C27 on May 8th, 2025. I talked to him on the phone prior to the hearing. He acknowledged receipt of my documents. He didn't provide me any documents reciprocally. I understand the commission is gonna receive them. We just want to place our record on the record. We didn't have an opportunity to view any of these documents prior to
자기가
tonight's hearing.
5월 8일
Do you care to view them now?
이 정도 뭐 C1에서 C10
Sure, Mr. Chair.
보내줬어요. 5월 8일 날, 올 5월 8일 날 점검을 시의원에서 시27까지 혹시 받은 게 있어요?
메일로요? 이거 받았어요.
모르겠
So Mr. Lee,
보냈다 그러네.
I believe the rules were that you were supposed to update
Mm.
and provide the evidence in advance of this hearing.
오늘 하기 전에
We-
미리 제공을 해야 되는데 지금 여기 제공한 거는 법적으로 맞지 않다. 미리 제공해야 돼.
Are you the one I talked with? On the phone?
So I just said,
예, 전화해가 뭐 보냈다는 거.
And so,
프로시큐터가 검사지.
He's the prosecutor?
yes, he is.
검사에
Prosecutor cannot give any information about how to apply the evidence.
You were given instruction
그래서 자기가
earlier
하라는 건
on the
받았다면서.
rules for
어떻게 해야
submitting
되냐.
evidence.
만일에 증거물이 있으면 언제까지
No,
제출하고
he says, I cannot provide any information.
너 미리 오늘 전에 줘야 돼요. 증거물을 오늘 말고
오늘
미리
말고.
예 미리 줘야 되는 자기가 안 줘.
No, I was calling. And how can I submit the document?
When you had your hearing and you pled
미리
the last time you were here, we gave you the instructions on loading the documents onto the website.
서류나 증거물이나 무엇이 있으면은 오늘 말고 미리 제출해라 하는 걸 말했대요. 저번에 와서.
그래서 내가 전화해서
So I called somebody 누구한테
and I was
전화했어?
asked probably.
I called the prosecutor. How do I submit documents, whatever?
And he says, no, give any information.
Yes.
Oh,
And I,
Mr. Lee,
Mr.
I was actually here when Commissioner Hollinger described the process for
아까
submitting.
말했잖아요. 여기 오기 전에 저번에 히어링 왔을 때 어떻게 하는지 증거물이 있으면 문서가 있으면 제출해라 말을 줬대요. 그건 자기 책임이니까 오늘 말고 전에 증거물이나 문서를 여기 제출해야 된다. 그 자기가 안 했으니까. 자기
Now,
책임.
we do not have to admit them,
Yeah.
but we are allowing this
그러니까 제출할 게
as
있으면
forbearance
제출하세요.
on
이게
understanding and
만일에
to be
제출하시면
fair to everyone.
공정하니까 저기서도 증거물 제출, 자기도 증거물 제출. 그러니까 미리
Disadvantages the prosecution
Yeah.
to give documents
그러니까 검사는 자기 있는 서를 다
at this time.
하거든. 혐의를 했으니까. 그 자기가 만약에 안
Yes.
잡수.
Can also ask whether or not there's any prejudice if it's allowed in.
Oh.
To this.
So is there any prejudice if this is allowed in? Sorry, didn't ask.
야 여기서 뭐 특히 뭐
you know,
특혜를 준다는 그런
city's position is just, to expedite this whole process, so we don't have to come back like another time. We just wanted to put our objection on the record. We
Okay.
understand the commission is gonna receive these documents into evidence. We just wanted to, just for the record, state that, we provided our documents in accordance with the rules. He had his opportunity, he didn't. But we're still, we're willing to proceed today, just noting our objection was that this is the first time I've seen them.
Okay.
그러니까
Noted.
검사가
Yeah.
제출할 때
Thank you.
다 제출하고 또 자기가 혐의를 받은 사람이 제출할 때 제출해야 돼요. 그러니까 공정하기 위해서 얼마든 제출하시는데 자기가 안 했기 때문에 지금 제출.
Okay. So Mr. Lee, we've accepted your documents, even though they were late.
Yeah.
And so now you can call your witness.
증인이 있으면 증인을 부를 수도 있다. 증인.
없어요.
No witness. No witness.
If he could he describe what the evidence he's submitting for us to consider?
Yeah. 혹시 못 쓰는 증거물.
Or does he need to be sworn in?
Are you going to be talking about your case?
지금 이야기할 게
야,
있으면 다 끝났어요.
저도 위트니스가 되는 거예요.
Yes,
Can I be the witness?
yes.
Yes,
Uh,
But I
you
need
are
to-
your own witness.
I need to swear him in.
그리고
though.
자기가 여기
Yeah.
선서를 해야 되겠다.
Yeah.
Stand up.
No, you can,
Yeah.
right hand, yeah. Do you swear that the testimony you give at today's hearing will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
여기서 말하는 모든 게 진실로 거짓이 없이 할 수 있으니까.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Can talk, Mr. Lee.
예, 만일에 말할 게 있으면 해도 괜찮고 없으면 안 해도.
That's the picture what I got delivered from like a week before no, 2 weeks before the July 12th. which area is the cash register and how the Nishigata see the people around where. I don't even really know for how he thought the cash register, which means probably POS. But I probably cleaning up this store. What I got delivered from, like, I mean, I don't have no idea for what I receiving, but then I couldn't renew the license, so I cannot sell it. But this all the liquor I has to be moved away from the store. So which means I try to give away to the people to make open up the space. So pretty much what I got delivered from like weeks before, I'm not too sure for it can possibly give away to the alcohol to the people, or I made a wrong decision.
So Mr. Lee, is it surprising to you that anyone would operate and dispense alcohol when you're not present in your store?
자기가 없을 때 어떤 사람이 혹시 팔고 하는 데서 놀랬으니까 그런 거 있잖아. 자기가 없을 때.
2 days before that happened, I got arrested and my store was open and a lot of people in and out. And at least one of the homeless people stayed there and taking care of my stuff. So that guy was probably, he saw the person who inside the cash register.
But Mr. Lee, the evidence, go ahead.
Sorry, it's not that my big question.
Oh, thanks.
The witness, is he done testifying?
Are you done testifying?
예, 끝났으니까 이제 자기가 목격자로 끝냈으니까. Yes, rest.
Okay,
It's time now for cross-examination.
cross-examination,
예,
sorry.
이거 지금 MG신문 하니까.
Okay,
I'm ready to proceed with like cross-examination.
예,
go ahead.
MG신문 할 때. 그랬죠.
Okay, so can you tell us your first and last name?
Angeli,
Okay, and then you are the president of the Huangje Corporation, is that correct?
yes,
And you submitted the paperwork for the liquor license under number D01306.
yes,
And then the Huangje Corporation is a retail establishment located at 1726 Kapiolani Boulevard, Suite 103, Honolulu, Hawaii 96814.
소매상.
Okay, now you guys applied for a liquor license back on January 5th, 2022, right?
2012년 1월 5일 날 됐습니까? 신청해서 면을 1월 5일 날 22년.
yes,
Okay, and you're aware that the liquor license, the same one we're talking about, D01306 for your company, Huangje Corporation, you're aware that it expired on June 30th, 2024, right?
작년 6월 30일에 만기가 된 걸 아십니까? 준수.
yes.
예.
And when was this picture taken?
언제 찍은 거예요, 저게?
June 29th.
This one right here?
중20.
Okay. Did you interact with Mr. Nishigata on July 12th, 2024?
미스가 하고 혹시 그 개조를 했는 거 7월 10일 날 처음
No,
전통에 받았어.
not the first time. He visiting every month or other month.
Okay, but he issued a citation
7월 10일.
to Huangji Corporation for selling liquor without a valid license.
라이센스 없으면서.
And he issued that cite, or his team issued that citation on July 12th,
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah.
Do you admit that?
7월 10일 날 작년에 받은 걸 인정합니까? 어떤
Do you admit that
Yeah.
you got the citation
인정합니까?
from Mr. Nishigata and his team for selling the liquor on July 12th, 2024?
그러니까 7월 10일 날 작년에
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show
Yes.
you exhibit 1. We provided this to you in
Yeah, yeah,
discovery
yeah.
before today's hearing. There's a citation, you see it right here?
지금 보세요.
It's citation number 29566.
네,
Do you recognize this document?
이거 알겠습니까? 보면 그 사람 준 거예요, 자기한테. 7월 10일 날 미스터 니시가 가다가 이거 준 거예요.
All right, let's take a
This
step
is
back.
not
Yeah.
my handwriting, but my signature.
That's your signature,
Yeah.
right?
Not my handwriting, but my
But
signature.
the signature where it says received by, that's your
예,
signature, right?
미스터 리가
Yeah.
사인한 거예요.
Signature is mine.
Okay. And then Mr. Nishigata and his team issued Huangji Corporation another citation on September 7th, 2024. I'm gonna refer you to exhibit 2 subsection A.
9월 7일.
This is citation number 30068. And there's a signature where it says received by. Is that your signature?
자기 사인이에요, 되게. 아니, 자기 땡지. 보세요.
Right here.
네, September 7일.
That's not my handwriting, and this is my signature, but I'm not sure I did. It's something.
Okay, so
messed up.
is this your signature? Yes or no?
자기 사인인지 예스는 뭐 맞는지 안 맞는지.
No.
So
아까
exhibit 2 then, there's exhibit 2 subsection B, there's pictures of 2 IDs
두
here.
개, 아이디가 두 개.
Those are your IDs,
My
right?
자기 아이디.
And then you let Mr. Nishigata and his team take the picture of your IDs,
사진 찍겠습니까?
which are in exhibit 2 subsection B on September 7th, 2024.
September
correct?
7일에. 이게 September.
You let them take the picture of those on.
Also, they came back to my store and asking me my ID because I received the document and they need to take a picture of the ID.
라이센스.
So they handed to me document and then they took my ID.
Right,
Yeah.
so you admit to interacting with them on September 7th,
그러니까
2024, right?
9월 7일 작년에 미스터 니시가 하고 이렇게
So
일어났어요.
September 10th.
7.
Okay. Mr. Lee. Does Huangji Corporation have a valid license to sell liquor as of today?
지금
Yes or no?
라이센스가 있는지 없는지.
No.
No.
Did Huangji Corporation have a valid license to sell liquor on the date of July 12th, 2024?
7월 10일 날도
No.
라이센스 있습니까?
And did Huangji Corporation have a valid license to sell liquor on September 7th,
9월
2024?
7일 날 작년에도 라이센스 있었습니까?
No.
No.
Thank you, we're done across.
끝났습니다.
Commissioners, you can now ask.
Ah, thank you. Those questions, go ahead.
So Mr. Lee,
미스터 리.
there's receipts in the exhibits you have
네, 이건 영수증.
that show sales of liquor for those 2 dates in July and
7월
September.
10일하고 July 12하고 September 7에 영수증 두 개 있습니다.
Correct?
네, 맞죠? 영수증 아까 본 거.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there was no valid liquor license
지금 면허증이
in
없잖아요.
July or September.
그 7월
Yes.
달하고 9월 달에 면허증 없었지요.
네.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
No.
Okay, Mr. Lee, would you like to make a rebuttal?
혹시 또 다른 건 없어요? 말할 게 있으면 없으면 없다고 합니다.
I have some video for I not selling and they're waiting outside of my store.
You're only rebutting what has been brought into evidence so far.
그리고 미리
Can't bring
미리
it
내기는
to
오늘 안 돼서. 예, 미리 내.
No.
야, 너
So do you rest?
끝났으니까 지금 현재는 rest, yes.
Okay, so the city can make their closing arguments.
이제 마지막
Um,
마지막.
Mr. Chair and Commissioners, bottom line is Huang J Corporation, Mr. Huang J Lee, they broke the law, they broke the rules of this commission.
어졌습니다.
Um,
면허증 없이 팔았기.
it's undisputed. His license for Huang J Corporation to sell liquor had expired on June 30th, 2024. He didn't have a valid license on July 12th,
면허가 없으면
2024, and he didn't have a valid license on September 7th, 2024. On both those dates, Mr. Nishigata and his team observed transactions involving the sale of alcohol. He's presented no evidence that would undermine their credibility. And we just also point to the picture they took, there's alcohol on his premises, so it's essentially an admission in addition to the admissions contained in the report. He admitted to the investigators he sold alcohol on July 12th, 2024, and then as well as the direct observation of an employee of his, which, you know, he is responsible for selling alcohol on his premises for Huang J Corporation. Then they also observed when they went to deliver the notice for that violation, on September 7th, when they went to deliver the notice for the first violation, saw him doing it again. So, you know, this is really a clear-cut case from our standpoint, of violating the rules of liquor commission 3-82-31.4 subsection C. And we're just asking the commission to hold him accountable. He still does not have a valid license, so there really is no defense here. Thank you.
Thank you.
예.
Mr. Lee, your
예.
closing argument?
지금 이제 마지막으로 하고 싶은 말씀하고 인정하든지 하는.
So after I got fraud, that's only option for I has to continue the business to pay the whatever stuff. So I'm trying to remove the other liquors out, but I was asking for liquor commission to what should I do this liquor, and the answer was wait until the hearing. But after a year now, I still not getting any hearing notice for that situation. And I tried to not to selling any alcohol, but I'm not sure for someone else to helping me or like made the transaction for the POS, then that against to my EBITDA, that against to me to what I heard. I didn't do, but that's supposed to my fault to that situation. And I'm try to not making any violation, and I try to follow the law, which is I just read the whole book and I trying to what I can do, but I still didn't receive any information about if I didn't renew the license and whatever the leftover drink I cannot sell it to any other people. And I have to be take my responsibility to even dumping or donation or any other option. But that's only thing I can do. I try to give away to people, but even they try to buy the two, I just give one, not two, because I don't want people get drunk. So I try to do my best, but I can. That's it. Thank you.
In the city, any final rebuttal?
Not at this time, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay. So we'll recess. Then deliberate.
Commission will not go.
결정 좀 자기들 결정.
Okay, the commission has deliberated and we find the allegation sustained. Can I have a motion, please?
Yes, Chair. Motion to have the allegations sustained for agenda items number 15 and 16.
Second,
It's been moved and seconded to sustain the allegations of agenda items 15 and 16. Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, the allegations are sustained. Now, Mr. Lee, what is your penalty recommendations?
Mr. Chair, we're respectfully requesting a fine of $1,000 for case number 240062 and $5,000, which is the maximum penalty for 240081. The basis is he had every opportunity to renew his license. He was aware that his license expired on June 30th, 2024, yet he continued to blatantly disregard the laws of this commission and this, city and county of Honolulu, state of Hawaii, and just blatantly sell alcohol. He doesn't appreciate the wrongfulness of his conduct. He shows no remorse. Therefore, we're asking the commission to hold him accountable. We do feel these amounts are appropriate in light of the facts in these cases.
Can we go into deliberations again? On the penalty portion? Council. Okay, let's go into deliberation. All right, we're back from deliberations.
결정을 내립니다.
Mr. Lee, the violations that you had were both egregious and repetitive and done with intent. And so we are, I'm entertaining a motion to sustain, to issue a fine of $1,000 for the first offense and for $5,000 for the second offense.
처음에 거는 1,000불이고 두 번째는 5,000불.
Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
이제
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to issue a fine of $1,000 for agenda item number 15 and $5,000 for agenda item number 16.
1번은
Any nays or reservations? Seeing none, I also vote aye. The motion is carried.
처음에는 1,000불이고 두 번째는 5,000불.
근데 뭐가
벌금.
이 모션은 뭐라고?
아니 그거는 지금 옵션을 이제 신청해서 이제 결정됐다. 요청은 결정됐다. 1,000불하고 5,000불이. 아니 앞에서 말.
Do you
응.
understand, Mr. Lee?
예, 1,000불하고 5,000불 이해하지요. 그거는.
그것은 지금 내야 된다고?
Do I have to pay now?
No.
No, 지금 안 하고 그냥 그게 돈에 대신 들은 거 이해하십니까 그 말이?
You should talk with the
Yes.
commission staff
Yes.
in terms of how to get rid of your inventory or any of those types of questions as we go forward.
예, 그러니까 이제 1,000불하고 2,000불 이거는 이제 결정됐다 얘기지 이해하십니까? 그 예, yes.
Okay,
Yes,
you're done.
yeah, yes.
Thanks.
You'll
Yeah.
get a document
예, 이거
with the
문서가.
penalty, describing the
이거
penalty.
문서에 이 얼마다 왜 이 얼마다 이거 문서를 받을 계좌.
And that will say when
Yeah.
the penalty has to be paid.
언제 돈을 내야 될지, 예? 언제 돈을 내야 될지.
I have one question.
Sure.
So, July that violation, like some, like even DUI kinds, there has a law for when you get the violation or citation has to be open the court date, which is certain date. Has to be,
I think those questions are kind of beyond the scope of what we're.
예,
gonna be
여기 지금
answering
하는
here.
건
no,
장난
I
아니다.
was asked,
예, 예,
I-
오케이.
wonder how long
음.
take it to open the hearing.
근데 여기는 이제
Yes. Because the liquor, I has to be, I don't know how can apply to
for
remove.
renewal,
remove,
remove the liquor.
not they already took.
Oh, they already took it.
How can I request to back the liquor or?
Can I get the
Mr.
liquor
We need
back?
to
This
just
is,
have them
this is not
contact
within our, yeah,
us.
without, with.
Yeah.
Please
outside of our
contact the
jurisdiction.
administration
예,
with those
난,
questions.
난 그거는 여기서 하는 거 아니고.
They can help you with those
예,
questions.
그쪽에서 문제.
So we're done now, Mr. Lee.
예,
Thank you.
여기는 기열이 끝났다. 그 말.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank you,
Mr. Lee.
Commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, calling agenda item number 17, liquor administrator. Mr. Petrulos.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Tilos, Administrator, Honolulu Liquor Commission. I think I'd like to start today's update with something, subject matter near and dear to everyone's heart. Commissioner Yoon and I attended the first hearing of Commission appointee Robert Cundiff. The second meeting will be on May 27th, or the second hearing will be May 27th. And hopefully soon thereafter, the third meeting, and we will have a full vote.
Right.
Secondly, I want to let you know that I also met with the Deputy Managing Director of the City and County of Honolulu for our monthly update on operations of the Honolulu Liquor Commission. I think and also, I'd like to request that maybe next week, to add an agenda item to policies and procedures for the reconstitution of the technology permitted interaction group. As you know, I talked last week about the staff, HLC having a kickoff meeting with our vendor. And at this point, I think HLC representatives are meeting with them on a weekly basis, having a big, and just make it a little bit more easier for me to talk to whoever's in those meetings and be more informed than I can inform you.
Sounds good.
Okay, I think hate to say this, but we're resetting on our consultation with HGA. We are working in concert with and in consultation with labor relations, DHR labor relations. There are certain nuances involved in having a substantive consultation that they can help us navigate. So we're going through that. I think our goal is to make sure that we do the consultative process in a proper way so that there are no issues after we implement our policies.
This is with respect to body worn cameras.
Body worn cameras, the
Geolocation.
uniforms themselves,
Uniforms, okay.
geolocation, routine, random routine inspections, and even all the enforcement policies that we do. We just want to make sure that we take off the substantive consultation part, and that's essential. And with that, I'm open to questions you may have.
I have none.
So HA is still reviewing.
Yeah, so I know that there have been delays in them responding to us and so on, but however, when speaking with labor relations, they said that what we really do need is substantive consultation with HGA. So we are still in that process.
Okay, thank you.
No other questions? Then calling agenda item number 18, any announcements?